One thing I wanted to talk about, I was at work the other day. We have a whole bunch of TVs in a restaurant, and there were like 3 TVs. One was pickleball, like legit pickleball, okay? I mean, it looked kind of like this Men's Pro Gold 2024 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. The thing with pickleball, it's so silly to me. It's mini tennis for regular sized people. So the people look giant. The court looks small. They got paddles, a ball. They got a whole official thing. They got sponsors. And I'm building up to something here. Not only is it just ridiculous looking. And look, hey, I want people to be active. I want people to have fun. Let's go. But I just can't see myself taking things seriously if I was a professional pickleball player. And they get like who even joins professional pickleball? Is it just people who didn't make it in tennis? Now they're like, well, let's kick these pickleball asses. Is it people who are just like with their friends, hey, let's get together, let's play this pickleball, and then they like absolutely fall in love with it, and then they get addicted to it, and then they get like, they're like really good, they're athletic anyway, like, so you're not gonna be a non-athlete and then start playing pickleball and all of a sudden be an athlete. That's not how it works. Like, who joins these major pickleball tournaments? So the second was professional wiffle ball. Not joking. So this is what it looked like
this year. So another Atlanta sports event. And I flew in this morning to these hitters.
Nature take the wheel.
Mike Styles pitch down. Mike Styles coming with second pitch. Nothing to snuff about for sure. Ball game after the inning. The impact he's making. Torrin Roth, Mike Styles with the pin coming back in does not help the psyche there.
Again, I think these people, these guys, whoever, are like, yeah, let's go play wiffle ball at the park. And then they're like, oh, I need to be competitive. Let's go pro. And I want to know how many, like, people are there. I just would not want to go watch a professional wiffle ball tournament. Major League Wiffle Ball's Wonder Boy. That's cool, I guess. It's cool. Hey, congrats. Okay, and here's another one. This is the last one I'm going to show. It's table volleyball.
Big spike picked up. Lifting the set, free ball, finding the table. Over on 2 again, picked up. Big step close, inside, it's Doug again. Can this be it? Free ball.
Okay, I'm back.
Tip, picked up. Back set.
Yes, I'm back.
Great dig from outside the court.
Go.
Over on 2. Great rally from both teams here. Looking for a big spike, off shot. Doug, inside, can it be played? Yes, it will find the table. Big spike.
Okay.
Coming back. Both teams making unreal digs, going back and forth.
I ain't gonna lie, maybe I would watch this because I enjoy volleyball. Women's volleyball specifically. To be fair, I watched this thing in entirety last night, and you know, it's like very competitive and very strategic, and you know, okay, it's a sport. It's a sport. You made rules around a physical thing and you keep score. And one team wins and one team doesn't. That's sports. But if you look at the comments here, because I opened it, I was like, what are these comments gonna say? So it says, this looks like the pickleball of volleyball. Facts. Okay, here we go. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Right, I'd hurt my knee on the edge of that table after 7 seconds. Why not just play volleyball? Okay, here. Why not just play volleyball? Well, volleyball is super competitive. Okay, you start out in school playing volleyball, and you get on the best teams at the best schools, and then you have this club volleyball, right? So you play extra, you play with different people, you play maybe with better people, richer people, and then, you know, you get recruited by colleges, and that's very competitive. Then to get into overseas or Yeah, they have overseas volleyball. Or get into pro volleyball. It's very competitive. Just like any other major league sport. I would call volleyball a minor of the major league sports. But that's why they're not playing volleyball. There's not that much competition in table volleyball because some people have pride. My intention here is not to hate on the people who play this. They're just doing things that they love, and that's great. My issue is our lives, our society is built upon these distractions that have been created, and distraction as entertainment. There's so many things that's just pure entertainment nowadays. It doesn't give actual value to people besides just sitting there and watching. That's the value. And I feel like I've struggled quite a bit doing comedy and posting it online because I would say, oh well, the value I give is the smiles and the laughs people have, and they have a bad day and then they come on social media and they laugh at my videos. And look, I think laughter is valuable, absolutely. I think sometimes not knowing the impact that you're making with comedy or entertainment in that way can be hard, because it's like, I want people to get out there and live their life. Am I helping them by making content like this or like comedy so they can be entertained, or maybe so they can learn a different perspective, or just watch another person? Again, that's entertainment. And that's what a lot of the world has turned into. It's like, what value does an NFL football game give to other people? What value? It gives people maybe the opportunity to go to a friend's house and watch it and hang out with your friend, and you could do that on your own. Now people's lives are, I don't know how much wiffle ball players get paid. So they make very little direct income. So wiffle ball players make very little direct income from playing the game itself, because top leagues like Major League Wiffle Ball operate as semi-professional organizations. Okay, so they're structured around stipends, prize pools, social media monetization rather than sports. $1,000 per season plus covered travel expenses. They have a brand, social media, looks like sponsorships, prize money. So it looks like, they're building and everything right now. Savannah Bananas is a big one. It's just a whole bunch of, I've seen quite a bit of attractive people playing that, and it's just like, I want to watch attractive people run around and sweat and hit and throw balls. That's what Savannah Bananas gives to me and gives off to me. Especially like banana. Like, I just think of banana hammock. Anybody else? So they may not make amazing money, but their lives and their livelihood literally depend on these sports. And so it's now the league's job to, make them more desirable for people to sponsor them, businesses to sponsor them, for people to watch them. And it's like, we're being torn. It's like a tug of war. Some of us are tugging, let's just live our life. Let's be sustainable. Let's learn how to sustain ourselves and our lives and our community and give back to our community. While there are these businesses and organizations and, leagues that are like, no, watch this. Give us money. Like, we bring value because we can get your name on a banner and televise it on ESPN Plus. Again, I don't want to hate on sports, on people doing things they love, but when are we gonna stop? It's kind of like tech. It's like, do we need this? We're asking, do we need AI? Do we need these data surveillance centers? But we never stop and ask, do we need these sports? Do we need wiffle ball? Professional wiffle ball. If I knew as a kid that professional wiffle ball would be a thing, man, I would have stuck with it. I would have been there and stuck with it. But like this volleyball thing. No, let's not play volleyball. That's been overdone. Let's put a table in the middle. And it's not a normal table. It's a table that, like, it looks like it's been out in the sun for too long. And so it's got that bend to it. Let's just play on that. Like, is that how they started? Like how basketball started with somebody putting a milk crate right on a telephone pole, and that's how they started playing basketball, throwing rocks in it and stuff. And that's how they started table volleyball. Is like, guys, look at this table that's been out in the sun for too long, and let's just take this volleyball that we have. Let's just do this. We can't play regular volleyball. We don't have a net. So let's just use this table. And then it grew into what it is. Is that what happened? Who started this? I have to know. Who? Okay, it was created in Hungary by the creators of Tech Ball. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Tech Ball. All right, so it's a what the hell? It's soccer. It's a soccer. Now this is insane. What is this guy doing? He's completely upside down. That's crazy. I'm not, like, doubting any of these people's athletic abilities. I don't care. I don't care. So that's Tech Ball. So it was created by 2 people in Hungary. 3 people. They combined the basic elements of volleyball with the unique design of the curved, multifunctional tech table to create a game that can be played indoors or outdoors. Just where does the money come from to throw on all of these things? I mean, I guess it's just countless sponsors. The sport requires that the game be played with rules that are gender neutral. I love gender neutral rules. They're super fair. What does this mean? Being gender equitable means rules treat all players exactly the same regardless of their gender. Okay, so same net height. Is there a net? Okay, I guess it's tiny. Same court dimensions. Okay, the table and court boundaries do not change for different genders. Same ball size. I think they're basically just like, we don't want to do any more work on this. Just like take it. We don't want to create rules for guys and for girls because we don't need to. Nobody cares that much. So we're just going to keep it gender neutral. Like, it's not something to be proud of. It's just something that is, and probably is, because who the hell wants to make a court 4 foot bigger just because 2 guys step on, right? You don't want to change the court size. You don't want to be like, we're going to do a half-hour intermission so we can change the court size to men's. People are going to be like, I'm leaving. I didn't know what this was, and now that I have a break from it, I'm gone. So in traditional indoor beach volleyball, rules change by gender. For example, the net is lower for women. Table volleyball eliminates these differences. Look, it's just sports that are bringing gender equality, and I appreciate that. It relies on the curved table to level the playing field, emphasizing agility, skill, and strategy over raw physical height or power. Sure, I guess maybe it emphasizes it, but if you still got height and you still got power, I think you got a leg up. So overall, guys, I've said this many times. I don't know specifically on lives, but definitely in life. Like, so much of life to me is a pyramid scheme. It's like if we take one thing away, it would destroy the entire economy, like the NFL. We take that away, the jobs, not only of the players, the coaches, the managers, the drivers, the pilots, the employees of the stadiums, the food workers of the stadiums, merch stores, social media, marketing, lawyers. It's a whole thing. It's a whole system, and we built it. And what value does that bring? Oh, okay, NFL every year, few times a year, brings football to inner city kids. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, but you think that time could be used better? You think those resources could be used better, more often? I don't know. So many, like sports betting. I mean, you take away NFL, you take away the sports betting, which that's like new. And it has already been so infiltrated into our economy and our society that it's just like, okay, where do we go now? The World Cup, I haven't even talked about the World Cup. It's on constantly. 5 weeks, goes on for 5 weeks or something. I don't care. I literally don't care about it. That's one of the biggest things I don't care about is the World Cup. I don't really watch soccer. I actually played a semester of soccer my first year of college after only playing soccer once when I was like 5, but they needed girls. And I wanted to get in shape for basketball season. So I played and I was awful. And I had to play because we had 12 girls on the team. feel bad for the 12th girl. Sometimes it was me. But I just really, I don't care. And so many people care. And same with the NBA finals. I don't care. I had a friend, coworker, who was like, oh my, the Knicks better win. I'm like, why? Like, well, I just don't want the Spurs to win. Girl, you're in Illinois. What that got to do with anything? So it's like you're giving your energy to these things that you say you care about. But then when you say why you care about it, it's like for some crazy reason. But people can justify whatever they want, including myself. Justify, well, this is my first cup of coffee, but my third cup of coffee, well, it's because late night, and it's because I'm tired, and yeah, I just like the taste of coffee. Like, I could come up with a million reasons as to why I'm drinking my third, fourth, fifth cup of coffee. And after a while, people are like, you're just making up excuses now to, like, do this thing. You're just making up excuses now to, like, validate your feelings, emotions, energy about this thing, like the finals. You care? I don't care. So I don't know. Do you guys care? What do you guys care about? You know, it could be like, Shay, it's not that deep. Like, chill. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts.